Hey, it's Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and it is Monday. It's October 9th. This will be our chart lesson for the day, and really quiet day. We had a nice little move early on, and there's no reason you probably should have missed this trade. It was very straightforward, and then it was just pretty much sideways. Um, if you didn't catch one of these, it pretty much ended your day. So really, the rest of the trading day, not much was happening. This trade, I'll talk about it when I get there, and I'll talk about this one too. They're both, there's some things I like about them, but you'll notice I didn't mark this one at all, and this one I made green. So we'll talk about those. It won't take long today. I'm back from my fishing trip, had a great trip. I'm rested. Looks like I missed a little rally on one day. Maybe it was Thursday the market rallied. I can't remember. I kind of looked back just and glanced at it. But generally, when I'm on vacation, I don't even look at the markets. I could care less. Um, I take my vacations to get a break and to get away, and that's very important in this business. You need a break from it, and you'd be surprised. Usually, I have some of my best days when I come back from a break because I'm refreshed, my mind is clear. I hadn't been sitting here looking at a chart for days or staring at one for hours, and you just seem to see things. At least I do. I seem to see things much more clearly than when I've been trading for weeks on end without taking a break. So anyway, that's one reason I'm taking a lot of Fridays. I'm still trading an hour or two on most Fridays, but there's some of these Fridays I'm just taking I'm still coming in the office, but I'm taking the day off trading, and I think that's been helpful too, just to get a break from, because when you sit here and stare at this thing hour after hour, day after day for years, it gets to be tedious, and it's a job. So at any rate, let's talk about the trades. And I'm back. Everything's pretty much getting back to normal. I, I appreciate people holding the emails while I was gone, so I don't have a huge stack of emails like I usually do, but it'll take me a day or so to get caught up. Okay. Phone hadn't rang, hadn't been anybody in my office all day, and as soon as I try to do this, the phone starts ringing and people start coming to my door. But anyway, let's talk about the trades. I think we were ready to talk about the trades. So um, first trade I saw was right here, and what had happened was we had a little channel working up, we had a break, and then we'd gone forward. This looked too flat. This was actually before 7 o'clock anyway, so it didn't matter. I wouldn't have liked taking this trade. You there's two failed attempts to go lower after a new low, so you might could have considered this trade. But with all those three matching highs and this double top, I'd probably skip that. But anyway, that's before 7 o'clock. But when it runs up, this is a failed break, and we're way away from the EMA. It's definitely a failed break higher. You've had a break and a one leg up, pull back, and a second leg up. So I like just trying to get a scalp out of this. You're better off to wait on the higher low, which comes here. I really like that trade, to be honest with you, being that far away from the EMA. But you're better off to wait on this one. That's why I made that one green, just because it's not. You're better off to wait on that lower high, and then you're looking for at least another leg down like this one. And if it's a range day, we're probably coming back inside this range, or maybe to test this low. And this thing just takes. Actually, you pull back and you get a failed second entry long. So that's the one I really like adding on there. If you weren't already in, and if you weren't in here, definitely get in here and look at it take off. And in this case, it doesn't get back in the range. It looks like it's probably headed all the way to test the lows. And then this is where it just kind of gets boring. We're kind of just chopping along sideways. And even though you've gone lower twice here after a break, generally that would be probably a nice place you'd like to try to get long. But look, we're inside this little tight range, and there's no room to even move around. So just skip that trade. It's tempting to take this one, and these are the ones I really like, but you don't know that you aren't going to push on down and make a new low here, or to test this low. It's pretty close, but it's not quite there. And if it was a more bullish bar, I'd probably say go long right here, because you really don't know if the channel, you could draw that line across there, but you don't know, and it does fit up here, but you don't know at this point if you've really got a channel. Um, so it looks pretty convincing by this time, but I'm probably going to wait until we get another turn off of it. And so you might consider that trade, but if it was a more bullish bar, I'd probably say go for it. But as bearish as that is, I just can't see it. Then you get a higher low, and it's right back in that range. Again, a relatively bearish bar. Instead of trying to get long, I'm going to be looking for a short. And when it breaks out of there and turns down right off that trend line on a second entry, because notice that low, first entry, second entry, I like going short right there. And then it tries to come up again and gives you a double top and another bearish bar on another entry. And so I like either entering there if you aren't already in and adding on if you're already in. And then this final setup here, I got mixed emotions about this one. Notice this is a new high, first entry, pull back. It's a failed second entry short, and it does turn down off that trend line again. But the problem is you're right back in this trading range, and it could easily go there and just keep going sideways or maybe stop you out. So this one is close to being red, but it's borderline, but I'm going to leave it green. There's some things I like about it, but at the same time, there's some reasons to be concerned about it. And but it would have been a nice trade if you entered, if you weren't already in and holding a runner. And if you were already in and holding a runner, you're probably stopped out anyway. So you probably don't catch this move down here unless you enter here. So, and notice if you measure this first move here and then just bring it over, that's where the downtrend really started. I'd measure from here first, so that's your likely target. It did go a little further. And notice if you move it over and measure from where the downtrend picked back up, it's basically a perfect measured move. And there was another measured move on the way back up here. You measure this one. Then when you go higher here, there's your next measured move. So it's two legs up. That's another reason I like those two trades there. But yeah, there weren't a lot of trades today. If you caught any of these, they were pretty good trades. But we spent most of the trading day really from just before 9 o'clock until 1 o'clock just going nowhere, basically. So yeah, just not a lot of trades today. Again, the ones that are there are fairly good, fairly decent trades. They're good trades, but there's just not many of them today. So interesting day for the first day back. But we will see what tomorrow brings, and I'll be back again to do it tomorrow. So, but for today, I'm done. I'm just trying to catch up today. If you've got an email out there you're waiting on an answer, I'll get to it either late this evening or first thing in the morning. It shouldn't take me too long to get caught up, because, and I do appreciate y'all holding your emails again. It's definitely helpful when you come back and you don't have 100 emails to wade through. So I appreciate you holding them, those of you that did. And if there are some emails out there now, I will get to them and try to get caught up no later than mid-morning tomorrow. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up for today. This is Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and we'll see you next time.